A return authorization means that you can go into any area and work on specific work equipment. But for that, we need an authorized work permit, an approved and valid work permit. This will ensure that all aspects are covered, such as which tools we can use, what our job scope will be, what competency level is required, how many people can be involved in this work, which JSA will apply, and according to which work scope we need to operate. Once we have received the work permit, before starting work, all of the agreed control measures that are included in your work permit will remain at level 1 for your general work permit, and for critical or hazardous work, your risk assessment will be at level 2 for the job safety analysis, according to whatever agreed control measures are in place. Their communication. In addition to the communication of your work package, all of your workforce, that will be discussed. We will study this by going into the communication and control element. Before starting work, we need to visit the site and conduct a dynamic risk assessment near the equipment. This helps identify any missed or new risks since our last assessment. We must control these risks before proceeding. After completing this assessment and implementing control measures, we will begin work and address the next element. At that time, we did not have this additional provision. So how do we control this now? Before starting the risk assessment work, we have to go to the working area at the working location and do a dynamic risk assessment. We have done a risk assessment on the current condition, and only after that we have to start the work by implementing all the control measures. When we have to start the work, the next element will come to us: work, handover, suspension, and extension. It will be the responsibility of the entire team as well as the job performer to ensure that the work is completed in a safe way. If the work is completed, then its proper handover hour is in a safe way. If the work goes into your next shift, then your permit. The permit should be suspended so that the next job performer can reactivate their permit. However, if you need extra time for your work after some time, then you need to know how to properly extend the permit. We will discuss all these aspects in the next element. When your job is completed, meaning your work is finished, we reach the final step, which is our last element, permit closure and handback, or what we call permit closure or handover. In this, you need to ensure that any agreed job is properly completed in a safe manner. Additionally, the housekeeping of the area must also be taken care of. All those should be completed properly, and the isolation we implemented should be de-isolated in the correct sequence, according to the accurate isolation list. This should be done. You should refer to the agreed isolation list.